Kiwi strawberry jam is another fun variation of strawberry jam. Kiwis and strawberry go so well together that I really like to do this one. Between the seeds in both of them that show up in the jam and just the flavor, you know, that sweet strawberry, the little bit of the tropical kiwi, super nice. My first step is to remove my stems from all of my strawberries. I do that with this little hulling device. It's super great. All I do is I push it in where the stem is, turn it, pull it out, it brings the little stem plug out with it. I push this button and it removes that. Sometimes there'll be some little leaves that are still stuck around the edge, and those are really easy to pull off. And then I save the most of my strawberry that I can, as opposed to using a paring knife, but that would work as well. I place the strawberries in my blender and fill them up to the 6-cup mark, because once it blends down, that'll be just about 3 cups of pureed strawberries. You could do it mashed too, but I really like how smooth it gets in the blender. Now I need to blend it, and I'll blend for a little extra long because I like it nice and smooth, but if you like more chunks in yours, don't do it quite as long. So it's almost there, but not quite. I had about 2.5 cups worth. So I'll just prep a couple more strawberries, put them in, and get it up to where I need it. So now I'm going to add in my kiwi. I already prepared my 3 kiwis. I cut off their ends, I peeled them, and then I cut them into slices and quartered them. So now they're a lot smaller, but they're not quite as small as I would like them. I do like these to be a little chunkier though, so I'll add it to my strawberry puree and just pulse it a couple of times to get it a little bit more chopped up, but not so that it's thoroughly mixed in. Now that I'm all done with my blender, I'll take as much off of the sides as I can and off of the lid. I don't want to lose any of that fruit. I'll then add 6 tablespoons of pectin, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of butter. The butter just keeps the foam down. I've also pre-measured 5 cups of sugar, and I'll set that off to the side. And then I'll place this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Now that it's begun to boil, I'll add my 5 cups of sugar, and I'll stir that in. Now I want to bring it back to a boil. Now that it's come to a boil, I'll set a 1-minute timer. And I'll continue to stir the whole time because I don't want it to scorch at this point. I know that it's a rolling boil because even though I'm stirring, it's still boiling. I'll then ladle my jam into my 1/2 pint jars up to 1/4 of an inch of headspace. Headspace is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. It really is kind of fun with those black kiwi seeds in there. At a certain point, I like to start using a spatula just because so much of the jam gets stuck on the ladle and on the sides of the pan. Sometimes I can fill up a whole nother jar with what I pull off. I try to work fast because it's starting to set already. I'll then go through with a clean damp cloth and wipe off the rim of the jars. This is just so that if any jam got on the edge, that it won't interfere with the seal. Everything's really hot right now, so I have to make sure I don't burn myself. And then I place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'll then process these in the boiling water bath for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll go for 15. But I won't start the timer until after it's begun a rapid boil. Today I'm using a digital water bath, but it works the same. Now that my timer's gone off, I'll remove the lid, the heat's turned off, and I'll let it cool for 5 minutes. I then remove my jars and place them on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart. This is just so that they can cool down quickly, and then I'll let them sit here for 24 hours. After 24 hours, I'll check to make sure they have a good seal, and then I'll remove the ring, wash them with hot soapy water, and store them in a cool, dry, dark location and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. If for some reason I have any that doesn't seal, then I put it in the refrigerator and use it right away. Okay, so time for the taste test. It has a nice set to it. The seeds are so cute in there because not only does it have the strawberry seeds, but it has these cute little black kiwi seeds that are floating around in there. Okay, so it's kind of fun because it's not only got that strawberry taste, but that almost citrusy kiwi taste to it as well. So definitely a good one for putting on your toast in the morning.